howling cave of Shadow Ridge. For over 150 years, the mere mention of its name has sent shivers down the spines of locals. High in the windswept hills of Shadow Ridge, the entrance to this cave yawns like a mouth waiting to devour anyone brave or foolish enough to venture inside. But its most infamous feature isn't how deep it runs or how cold its air feels. No, it's what you hear, or think you hear, when you stand in the darkness. Miners in the 1860s knew the cave well. It was a promising site for silver ore, and prospectors flocked there, pickaxes on their shoulders and dreams of wealth in their hearts. But it didn't take long for whispers to spread, whispers of something unnatural. Workers swore they heard sounds echoing from the cavern, deep and guttural, howls that bounced off the jagged walls, chilling the blood of even the bravest men. Many said the cries sounded almost like wolves, but not quite. They had a human quality, full of pain and despair. Wolves never went near the cave, yet the howls remained. At first, the miners dismissed it as a trick of the wind, or the groaning of underground chambers settling under their feet. But as the weeks passed, accidents began to pile up. Tools would vanish, gear would malfunction, and men would go missing. Some were found later, their bodies crumpled in cavernous voids. Others were never seen again. Superstitions grew. The cave wasn't just a mine, it was a trapdoor to something far worse. Word spread that the howls were the voices of the lost, men who had perished searching for silver and had become prisoners of the cave itself. By the 1870s, the mining operations ceased. The yield wasn't worth the risks, and Shadow Ridge was left to decay into a ghost town. But the legend of the Howling Cave never faded. Curiosity seekers and thrill chasers still find their way to Shadow Ridge, seeking proof of the cave's supernatural reputation. In 1974, a team of spelunkers brought high-quality audio equipment, hoping to capture the mysterious howls. What they recorded sent chills down their spines. Deep, mournful wails that seemed to come from nowhere, but grew louder the deeper they went. The sounds didn't match any known animal or geological explanation. The team ended their expedition prematurely, refusing to ever return. And they weren't alone. Paranormal researchers over the years report hearing whispers in dead silence, sudden drops in temperature, and even shadowy figures lurking just out of reach. Skeptics call it hysteria, an overactive imagination fueled by local folklore and the eerie acoustics of the cave. Believers argue that too many accounts share the same haunting details to dismiss so easily. So, what's the truth? Is Shadow Ridge truly cursed, or is it just another natural phenomenon wrapped in myth? That question might never be answered. Few dare to explore its depths anymore, but those who do always say the same thing. The deeper you go, the louder the howls become. Perhaps the miners were right. Maybe the souls of the lost still wander the cavern, crying out for freedom. Or perhaps Shadow Ridge Cave is alive in a way we'll never understand. Whatever the case, one thing is certain. The Howling Cave keeps its secrets well hidden, waiting for its next visitor to listen.